All right, welcome back. So let's talk about this young lady, Toke Makinwa. Welcome back. Welcome back. Who is Toke Makinwa? Who is Toke Makinwa? Toke Makinwa is a radio, TV personality in Nigeria. Who was married to this guy some years back. She's also an author. I bet she would also say she's an actress or something. I don't know. Toke Makinwa. But anyway, she's clearly loved. She's 39 years old now. A Nigerian radio personality, television host, vlogger. She's been vlogging for a long time. When they used to call it vlogging, that's YouTube video content. Lifestyle entrepreneur, actress, and author. I knew she would put actress somewhere in there. I knew she would put it in there. Let's see here. Toke is known for hosting the morning drive on Rhythm 93.7 FM. All right, so she decided to do a video talking about all the different things that were the biggest searches in the nation over this year, which obviously included the likes of Mohbad, the stories, the breaking stories, all. And then she decided to add some tips for the women, and then it started to go viral everywhere earlier on today. So she had been trending all day. So basically it's something that has to do, like, if you want to meet wealthy men this December. How many people are doing Dirty December right now? Anybody in the chat doing Dirty December? Are you in Nigeria or anything like that? I doubt it. That doesn't sound like my audience. Anybody doing Dirty December right now? Are you in Nigeria? Anything like that? Rapati says she just broke down. She's human. It has nothing to do with celebrity. Yes. Yep. Exactly. She just happened to be the human being with that weapon, that level of monitoring spirit, which is quite dangerous, right? Everything is magnified out of proportion when it comes to celebrity, but they're the same issues that we all go through. Gracious greatness, I don't want soft life. I beg, give me the real hard life so that potential Yahoo forget soft life. Good luck. Good luck. All right. No, I don't think my audience are Dirty December type of persons. But some of you may have children that are doing Dirty December right now. It's very dangerous in December out there. Very dangerous in all types of ways. People come back with breakfast, premium luxury. They come back with disease. I'm telling you. So let's be guided. Dirty December. Anyway, she was giving advice to some of our friends. So let's imagine for a second a 39-year-old woman doing Dirty December. I don't like generalizing, as you know, but your guess is as good as mine. Your guess is just as good as mine. A 39-year-old still actively engaged in Dirty December. I can hear your spirit. Ola, let the Dirty Decemberers breathe.
Let be poor breathe.
No, do you? Absolutely. This is one of those moments where I say, just do you, okay? You want to go do Dirty December, please? Knock yourself out, do what you gotta do, But everything you see in Lagos in December is not real. The nyash are not real. The boobs are not real. The bolas are not real. The heartfelt poets, Nigerian men can sweep you off your feet, are not real. All the money spending. None of them are real. Okay? What do you mean, Ola? Some people are really doing it like that. I know. They're not real. Okay, they're not real. They're not real. The environment is not set up for anything that's real. Everything in Lagos in December is a show. Now, in Akure, closer to real. In Abeokuta, closer to real. In Anambra, closer to real. In Kaduna, closer to real. Right? It's closer to real in those arenas, So, just so we're talking about Toke Makinwa. So I'm just letting you, nothing is real in Nigeria. I said with Krokro, she's too old for that. 39 years old, dirty December. Now, she lives in Nigeria and she's a rock star. So I'm not talking about her in particular. But she was also talking, there are many, many women around her age mates, even older than her, that follow her, that want that life, okay? And many of them are going to fall prey to everything I just described, okay? She's in show business. She's doing what she's supposed to do. Toke is still running people's grandpas, but wants their sons to marry her. Wahala! Stop all the advice. She's advising people. I'll play the advice for you in a second here. Dirty December. Listen, if I was to do Dirty December right now, I would have to take it to Akure. Inyo Atobeide, Egusi, Shakpa, Osun. Wake up to it, literally. That's the way I would rather do that today. Okay. But maybe because of some of the shows, some concerts and stuff like that. But like I said, it's showmanship, it's show business in December in Lagos. That's what it's designed to do. But a lot of people get carried away. They forget. A lot of people just get carried away with the whole thing, and a lot of them never come back from it. I don't know if you realize that. Okay? I don't know if you realize that a lot of people never come back from it. It's something you should pay attention to, something you should tell. I know you guys will probably not do Dirty December, any of that kind of craziness. But you might have family members, cousins, nephews, nieces that may think, I want to go and lodge into a hotel suite and just see everything from there. It's like, sure, you need to get it out of your system. I get it. You're young. You're freshly divorced. You need to get it out of your system. You're like, I lost myself. I need to find myself. You know what to go and find yourself in the middle of Lagos in December, in Dirty December. I'll say good luck. All right, but you can advise them. Say, hey, just be careful. Okay, nothing. Yeah, Ola, for the first time ever, making an absolute generalized statement. Nothing is real. It's all show business, showmanship, okay? But a lot of people will get their kwekus stolen, money stolen in this December. That's the harsh reality. A lot of people go into that thing completely naive. They have no idea what's going on. Anyway, so yeah. So I wanna cover something that she said here. Hold on 1 second. Let me just make sure it's at the right place. Then we can talk about it. Hold on 1 second. All right. Okay. Let's look at it.
Halfway, decide not to complete his journey. It does not. I'm such a bloody nutter. I missed you guys. That's all I have to share with you guys about what you guys were searching about. Now back to our personal gist. How to hook a high-profile man. Let me just off this my glasses. See, they will tell you things like, All
right, ladies. She's about to advise all of us how to hook a high-profile man. She calls it, but high-valued man. High-profile, high-valued man. I did the same thing. Okay. At one point, my wife and I came up with high quality man. I was like, oh, that's still lame. That is so lame. We did create an article around it. You could search for it. Just search Lola high quality man. You find it out there. But like Jesus Christ, so disconnected from the reality. All of it. You know. Let's see here. Hold on 1 second.
Dress the parts, go to the places, which they're quite right. But the first thing I'm going to tell you, ladies, is you have to have budgets for enjoyment first. Because you see these high-profile men, they don't go to the slums or all these places. Some of them don't even like to go out. They like to go to house parties. So you have to kind of like know people who know people who know people. Bizu, if you know him, Bizu is a connect. He's always connecting people. Shout out to Bizu, but all I'm trying to say is like, go to a lot of house parties this Christmas, ladies. Like, forget the clubs. It's too hot. It's too noisy. People can't hear each other. And the club is not...
That's a good advice. Forget the club. But wait till, not so fast.
Confusing. Everybody's acting like a big boy. You don't know the ones that are true big boys. You see 10 guys on the table. You don't know who is paying the bills. They're all wearing Balenciaga, all wearing...
Okay, so she's speaking to what I said earlier. I didn't even realize she said that, but she's saying it's all fake. But she's going to take you into the mansions.
Sort of designer top. You be there thinking, oh, it's toasting me. Foul. No. Go to house parties. That's where it's going down. In places like Banana Island.
So as soon as you enter Banana Island, and where again?
Ikoyi Southwest.
As soon as you enter Ikoyi Southwest,
you can manage.
It's no longer fake. It's all real in there. Hey, see advice.
VI, maybe like Lekki one. Everything after Lekki one, don't bother.
Everything after Lekki dragging. If you leave after Lekki 1, dragging. Oh.
Going outside of Lagos, okay? There might be people that have money there, but imagine how you'll be sweating inside traffic if you have to go and visit your boo.
Sweating inside traffic trying to go and visit your boo. Anything after Lekki phase 1, I'm guessing that's what she said by Lekki 1, right?
No, okay, we're looking for Ikoyi, Banana Island, those areas, and house parties. Ladies, when I said have a budget for enjoyment, I mean your hair must be laid all the time, like mine. Learn to do your makeup if you don't want to afford makeup artists all the time. All those. I don't like wearing heels. Stop it. This is not your village. Wear heels. At least try to wear slippers in the car. When you get there, wear heels. Ladies, research. You have to be well versed. That's number 2.
Okay, so the work is piling up. Okay, first of all, you have to find your way into Ikoyi, Banana Island, and nothing after Lekki phase 1. Wear high heels. That's work, right? So the work now, keep in mind, I'm just talking 39 years old, but she's probably talking to 21, 22, 23, 24 years old. I'm not sure if those people are following her, but let's just assume they're following her, right? Ladies are following her, right? So she's piling on the work. Now she now said do research. Are we about to go to the library to do research? He said you should go to research Abi on your phone. What kind of research are we talking about? Let's continue.
I don't like to sound like I'm supporting the guys, by the way, but you know that we just need to just hook them so we're tired, then we'll let them go. But as long as I put that saying there, it's not about me trying to help niggas this season. But listen, there's nothing like talking to someone. I'm attracted to like brains, and I think that at this point, sex is the cheapest thing any girl can give any guy. Listen,
well, Toke. If you're a 39-year-old woman and you've been single for the last how many years, right? It makes sense that, especially as a lady, it makes sense that sex is the easiest thing for you to come by. It just makes sense, right? Okay. So, but we're not going to let that fly without mentioning the fact that you're a beautiful 39-year-old lady, but you've been around for a minute, right? So, of course, anything that's readily available will be taken for granted. It becomes, right? Especially when every experience at this point, if I'm assuming, because I don't know her life, right? But if you are single for that long, you get to a point it doesn't have meaning, right? That if you have sex with people, it doesn't have meaning, right? You're probably busy thinking like, is this another one? Is this another body? Is this going to last? Right? You're busy thinking about that. So it makes sense. Everything she just said made sense for a 30, anything above 31, to be honest. 9-year-old, and it's not like you are holding yourself like most people, right? Most people are not waiting, right? So
The guy is getting up from the bed with this babe. There's already somebody texting him. Hey babe, I miss you. That's another person. Another person. I might
it's
see
not
you
real.
later on this evening.
So it's safe to say love is not even real. In Dirty December right now. They already said love is not real anywhere, but how much more in Dirty December?
So sex for me is the cheapest thing you can give a
Oh, that's so sad. Right?
guy.
It's the cheapest
so sex
thing.
for me is the cheapest thing you can give a guy.
Now she's coming from a standpoint of what you can offer the guy. What do you bring to the table? That's where she's coming from. How nice to us gentlemen, right? Come up with something better. What else do you bring to the table? Go and do research, she says. Let's continue.
Be well vast, guys.
Be well vast.
Read about travel.
Read about hips, planet of the apes, technology, AI. Start talking about AI out of nowhere, ChatGPT. You know, the other day I put into AI ChatGPT that, I wanted to go to Lekki, and then I ended up in Ikorodu. What would that conversation look like if you are preparing right now for this dirty December? So you can sound like a very smart person. I wonder what that conversation, gentlemen, I wonder what that conversation look like right now if you just prepared yesterday for this. Let's continue. Let's not assume they just prepared yesterday. Okay, they've been preparing all along, right?
If you don't travel enough, read. Watch movies. Do you understand?
Watch movies.
Because some people,
Good idea.
It's not by force that you should have been to America. You can read about America where you are. And when someone is telling you about Manhattan, you'll be like, yeah. Yeah. You know, when they tell you about London.
I guess she's been doing that for the longest. What are we talking about? Let's continue. Hold on.
You'll be like, oh yeah, of course, yeah. That's why I go to, just because if you don't get there, you can get there in your mind first, okay? So that when you go into these gatherings of high, powerful individuals that you need in your future or you need in your life, just for sometimes aesthetics to make you look good, because that's what these men are for. Make sure that you're vast in knowledge. If he ask you who was the prime minister of something, not that you'll be saying, all you know is Chekmeteri, Chekmetara, Chekata. Like, do you understand? Make sure you can have conversations. I think that is such a turn on. Like, especially when guys see girls and they think that this one is all about fashion. All she knows is to wear heels, to look nice. When you have political arguments with them, they're like, yo, you shut that back. Shut him up. She said, just because I'm wearing wig. Listen, I know geography, history. Ask me about things. You have to read, okay? Even if you're not interested, do the research from now. You still have like 2 weeks before the end of the year. So it can help you. Every day, read something new. I think it helps. Brunch with the ladies is always a good idea. You see, it's Sundays in Lagos are for brunches. People go to the beach. Some people just go to nice areas to brunch. Don't move around in packs, though, because some guys are intimidated when they see like 6, 7 girls. And please don't. Make sure that, you're vast in knowledge. If he ask you who was the prime minister of something, not that you'll be saying, all you know is Chekmeteri, Chekmetara, Chekata.
This is a lot of work. I'm not like, ladies, just in my imagination, which I can't imagine being a woman. Does that sound like a lot of work already? Let me come to this. India and the woods. Toke is crazy. She has mastered the art of trolling, I guess. But people believe this, right? Our advice is on point. She's a pro at prospecting and sprinkle. I can see that. I'm just wondering, the people that are listening to it, you lose them same way you get them. Easy come, easy go. Thank you, Lady Tam. But maybe that's not the goal. Maybe the goal is to lose them. I bet. Listen, these people are very smart. They might even go ahead of you and say, like, I don't care about keeping them. Like, okay, all right. But can they spell them out for everybody that's listening? Everybody that's listening to the advice? Probably not. That's why a lot of people will fall for this. Okay. I have an acquaintance living this life right now with an Ikoyi rental to boot. Go easy. I know another one is at the Monaco level. Hoeing and social climbing is hard. It's hard work, right? After all, if work is a given and work is the reality, right, for all of us, we might as well do it in a way that they can cry inside of no longer a limo, in a Range Rover, in a Rolls Royce, right? So basically, lie your way through life. Okay, or if somebody come and say that they slept their way through all the way to the top, they'll say it's a lie. But it's, she's giving the game. Now, honestly, is this game? That's the question. That's the question. Is this game, right? Okay. I don't know why these people believe posh people don't know themselves. Ridiculous. Like, you go and cram yesterday what the Prime Minister of France is to come and relate to me today. Go and watch a guy called Egungun. There's a guy called Egungun on Instagram. Go and watch some of his videos. You will see what I'm saying. Faking it till you make it, I think, to a large extent, is a strategy that can be used as long as you're working on actually becoming, right? That's her book, actually, on becoming, something like that, right? So as long as you're working actively on that, but faking it to make it and you're not doing any work, I don't know. I can tell personally that it's fake, but I can also tell when it's effort, like E for effort, like actual effort, in not effort to fake things for me, but I can tell. And most people that are quality people can also tell. But she's not covering that. But she kind of covered it a little bit. She said, don't go and be like, don't go and be, if they say something in New York and you say, yeah. What is wrong? If you're a fine babe, you're a fine babe. Why do you need to say you've been to New York if you've never been to New York? Like, what in the freaking low self-esteem will make you feel the need to say you have been to New York and you've never been to New York? Right? Are you aware that men actually don't care about that if they like you? Okay. Just to get in the room at the party at Ikoyi? Is that why? I don't know. I'm just wondering, maybe some of you can educate me, My party said political argument in the party house. This girl has no vibes. Listen, the only thing that Toke would know right now, she's definitely been around some big people because she's on TV for the longest. But does that equals to game? No, obviously we can see it right now. We're seeing it right now. Toke go collect. Sorry, madam. Those who intend to use others get used. That's the reality, because again, while you're faking it, somebody's actually doing the work, and we know that some men will get finessed by some of these ladies, but it is what it is. This is fair. This is the real world. Welcome to the real world. If you get caught by some of these ladies, they say they've been to New York, they've never been to New York, baba, what are you doing there? I don't know. I'm just wondering. Let's continue. Let me see. She says something else that makes sense.
Like, do you understand? Make sure you can have conversations. I think that is such a turn on. Like, especially when guys see girls and they think that this one is
I think
about
conversations
fashion.
is good.
All she knows is to wear heels to look nice. When you have political arguments with them, they're like, yo, you shut that.
No, we don't get surprised by political argument. I'm not sure men are fascinated by the fact that you can have political arguments. Like, what? Huh? What are you talking about, Willie? Right? Fascinated by the fact that you can argue about politics? Like what? Like Natasha Akpoti or something? I'm catching this second-handed. My brain is getting dry. Jesus. Let's continue. Let me see. No, if you're not really a politically inclined person, you don't really have this conversation on a normal basis, we will catch you. Unless we just want what we want. In other words, you might just get used because a man can make you feel like you got me. And then you get used. Be careful. Okay? Be careful. You go and fall into somebody's house party. You don't know what they are doing. They might even be doing rituals there. Okay, I'm sorry. There's not every house party they do rituals. Okay, but that's some of the stories we get out of Nigeria sometimes, right? You're going to a house party, you don't know what these people are up to or anything like that. You go there and be arguing political. You will smell it as this one doesn't know what he's talking about. We can tell that you don't know what you're talking about. We just carry you go. I hope you don't get kidnapped in the middle of faking political arguments.
Shut him up! She said, just because I'm wearing wig. Listen, I know geography, history, ask me about things. You have to read, okay? Even if you're not interested, do the research from now.
So you're just gonna, they are the kind of people that will just start talking about geography. Like, wait, why are we talking about geography? We weren't talking about that. Why are we talking about geography all of a sudden? Right? Why are we talking about geography? Oh, I just thought it would be an interesting conversation. We're not talking about geography right now, okay? Yeah, come on, get some jollof rice.
And you still have like 2 weeks before the end of the year, so it can help you. Every day, read something new. I think it helps. Brunch with the ladies is always a good idea. You see, it's Sundays in Lagos are for brunches. People go to the beach. Some people just go to nice areas to brunch. Don't move around in packs, though, because some guys are intimidated when they see like 6, 7 girls.
Anyway, that was the advice that everybody has been dragging Toke Makinwa'S for. I wonder what. Okay, so this was posted on Linda AKG. Let's look at the comments. Somebody said all the brokers, the comment section, they para. This one sweet me. Indie, what do you bring to the table, gang? What's indie? Igbo people, help me. What is indie? What does that mean? So I said, automatically you're asking them to chase after people's husbands. I like that. So you should stop talking about cheating men because you encourage it. Roberto, this is a man who said this. So at least she knows stingy with update. The worst of her advice is that she's encouraging singles to go after married men. She never said married men. Did she say that? Abi, we have the freedom to. Do we have the freedom to? Do we have the freedom to assume at this point? Oh Lord. Wala. Anyway, this is a woman who said that. She has a point, Sha, but nah, good man, I defined. Do baton? Because some rich men na stingy coco. Someone said, very correct. Pseudo-Oloshonism. What does that mean? Another word. Pseudo-Oloshonism. With a touch of pride and sprinkle of strategy. Neo-prostitution on point. Encouraging young girls that they can only make it in life via doking different miscreants. Just evil, Jesus Christ. She never said any of that. But I guess she's insinuating something, I don't know. Ashawo advising her cliques. Jesus, man, these are the brookies. They say they're here already. Dropping Olosho strategy with pride. How did we get here? Toke did not fall out of the skies. You guys made her who she is. Alright? Let's see. Some Yalode says, before you start going to house parties to look for high profile men, remember Toke Makinwa'S is a hard worker. Right? To create all those content she's dropping from time to time. Can be at the radio station in the morning, be on TV shows, traveling. It's a hard work. But even everything she prescribed is hard work now. You know, randomly wearing high shoes around the island looking for house parties to go to. Right? Anyway, before you start going to house parties to look for high profile men, remember Toke Makinwa'S is a hard worker and not just an opportunist. Her name alone will open doors before her legs do. That's true. That's if even needed. If you have nothing to offer outside your body, then them go just feast and give you stipend. Never to pick your calls again. Wala, wala, wala. After meeting wealthy men, what next? Continue misleading all these young girls. You meet new wealthy men. Why are you taking it personally now? Right? Listen, I think it all around overall is a terrible advice, but I'm not really expecting much from Toke Makinwa as far as her brand is concerned, and just putting fun content out there. I guess, just train your kids at home so that they can discern this kind of stuff. Okay, like I can't take her too seriously. I'm sorry. Them go use unadu rituals. I didn't see that before I said that earlier, but I know that they go use unadu rituals and sell una. Oh God, this is not funny, by the way. And sell una kidney. No go anybody else. Oh, trust no one. That's a word for the wise. Nigeria, people are hungry in Nigeria. Sometimes they live in Banana Island and they are hungry. Are you not paying attention, ladies and gentlemen? Are you not paying attention? Sometimes hungry people are we call them Fagiri Jaye. They are still living in Banana Island, Ikoyi, and they are looking for ways. You gotta be careful. We have to be careful with this kind of stuff. We have to definitely be careful. Okay, there you go. I dropped the link just in case you want to come up and chop it off for a few minutes. I'm done. Have to be careful. I'm reading the comments on this post on Leader AKG. How can he be only runs and hookup plus sugar daddy that is inside somebody's brain? Voila. This is a woman saying something. I am worried every single time how to catch sugar daddy and do runs. Isn't there more to being a woman? That's a question, no. That is a question, no. Is the way she confidently teaching prostitution with her full chest? She never said prostitution. She said you want to get with wealthy men. Well, wealthy men are typically married, usually. Well, they can be married to multiple. They might be looking for the next third or fourth wife, or stuff like that, right? It's not always a bad situation, right? They need to cut some slacks. Come on now, Jesus Christ. This lady went on the aspire for Olosho business. One day, that her nyash go explode. That booty, I don't know how you see him. Okay. That booty, we like, okay, that's I'm sorry, go. We saw something. I saw something on a post on Twitter the other day. Somebody was showing the plastic booty of Bobrisky, right? And it's clearly plastic. You could see it, like it's just rubber. That looks realer than Toke Makinwa'S when she's standing. And I wonder, I have this discussion with my wife all the time. I don't always do it in public, right? But when there's four corners, don't you realize that human beings don't have four corners around their body? Abi is me. Like, it's never like perfect corner. Like, the doctors don't know this stuff. I'm not in the business. I'm asking for a friend. They don't know this stuff, that is not supposed to be a perfect corner on the edges of the... Especially if you're a small frame person. Wala. I'm just asking for a friend, though. That's all I'm doing, though. Just asking for a friend. But that's that for today. Lady Tam says, will only be hard on whoever's taking notes. Right? What are the similarities between Cardi B and Toke Makinwa? Cardi B is married. She's going through a divorce now, I guess, a separation. But Cardi B is married. Right? That's the reality. Let me see. I think there's let me see here. I'm gonna search for something here. because some of those comments were hilarious. They were going mad. But these people have thick skin. They don't care. They don't care. They don't care. I don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. They don't care. And honestly, rightfully so. They are dragging Emekaike's wife now on Twitter. Jesus. They're dragging her on Twitter without knowing the full truth. These people. Let's see. You know, Twitter is vicious when it comes to this kind of things. Their comments are, I don't know. Yeah, I think Twitter in general, they're just, they go in over there. Hold on, I'm looking for a particular post on Twitter with all the comments. Trying to see if I can get that in here. Let's see. While I'm doing that, let me just say this, right? She did not give any game, okay? Whatever game she gave is at best entertainment, okay? It's good for entertainment. I don't think young girls should follow that advice. I think that was a terrible advice in general. I think there's it's not just Toke. There's quite a few gurus, women gurus that have been coming out, and they actually named themselves after the femininity thing, femininity coach and stuff like that. And basically all they tend to focus on is teaching women how to catch rich men. I don't know how to explain it, but everything about that sound like a disaster brewing, right? Like somebody cooking a disaster. Everything about that sounds like a disaster. Okay, so I can't even advise my enemies to follow this advice. You just go to strangers' house parties during dirty December. And she actually mentioned people that are traveling from overseas. She actually she called them out in that sentence. You're right, Chinye. It's very irresponsible. Okay. Very irresponsible. I actually feel like Cardi B would not dish such advice out. I don't think Cardi B sit down anyway encouraging people to go back to being a stripper. I think a Toke Makinwa would advise people to do you, before a Cardi B will say that. Cardi B is highly conscious with some of these things, especially social issues. That just so happened to be her background. Oftentimes, it won't necessarily be how they think things should go, but that was just their background because that's what they know growing up. And a lot of Nigerians are following in the path of what they don't understand the full foundation of where it came from. Like, for example, the hip-hop culture. There's a lot of things about the hip-hop culture that Nigerians don't understand, and they should not just be hanging up outside of just enjoying the music. You should not just tag onto everything and start pushing it. We have to be very, very careful. We have to be very, 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 very careful when it comes to this stuff. We have to be very, very careful. It's dangerous. Very dangerous. Hold on 1 second. Where's this thing now? This won't let me see the comment. Hold on 1 second. Oh, okay. I see what's happening. Somebody said these women are a reminder of a declining society. They are teaching young women the pattern of the business and where to find clientele. Is this women empowerment? Women who can... Hold on. All right. Let me see here. Is this women empowerment? Women who can flourish in careers should be given platform to speak, not this low dregs and filth. Women who are busy, who are empowered, they're busy. They're usually not content creators, unfortunately. As a matter of fact, I might take on a job of actually seeing if I can recruit some of them to content creation. But there's only so much I can cover as one man, you know. But they're busy. They're not content creators. They're not rock stars like Toke Makinwa, And also, if they come into the business and they start looking at the business of things, there's certain topics that they have to cover in order to make up for the time, if it's worth their time. The commercial aspect of things, right? Is it worth it? What do you say to people that actually get them fired up? Share, comment, like, subscribe. There's certain things you say that get people going that way, and they're usually not the healthiest things to say. Somebody said, exactly, this is Twitter. I told you Twitter is vicious. Exactly, that's what she learned from the climate change summit. So a few weeks ago, I think it was about 2 weeks ago, she was being dragged on Twitter because I guess because Tinubu said, let the poor, let the Tokes,
Let the poor breathe.
let them breathe, right? So did I drop the comment already? I think I did. I dropped the comment already. Somebody's texting me, right? So I don't know. It's just where this is the nature of show business. Okay, it's always been that way. Now, is it getting worse? No, it's just more in your face. The social media, right? It is what it is. But again, that's why I'm warning you. Parenting is key in all of this. All right. By the time you start to convince your young girl, your young daughter, that don't listen to whatever advice Toke just gave, it might be too late already. If you did a terrible job at parenting, imagine a Paula Ifeanyi. Let's say this is what she's into. She's not into this, she's into spirituality. But let's assume someone like that with that coconut head is into this. You're not going to tell her nothing. She's not going to listen to you as a parent. It's too late already. So parenting is key in all of this. The values you instill in your kids in the beginning stays with them, just like the scripture says. It stays with them for a long time, and they know the difference between cruise, an entertainer and a person actually giving advice. They know the difference if you've done a good job. Okay. And I can hear the spirit of somebody say, but no, it's only God. No, there are skills when it comes to parenting. Just like in marriage, just like in dating, relationship, there are skills that generally, overall, if you know what you're doing, you will create good results. Okay? I know you don't get to come and tell us the exceptions of the stories as, oh, it's only God that can watch out. No, it's a lie. It's a lie. That's laziness. That's because you don't want to learn what you need to learn. Okay? So I guess a few weeks ago, she was meant to be invited by Bala Blue to some change summit, and everybody was dragging her. She was dressed like a professional, and now somebody, people are reminding her. They say exactly that's what she learned from the climate change summit. For those that did BBL only, please, to avoid being bounced out of the house party. Wow. That Dubai trip is making more sense by the day. Because she will meet some big guys there, So she's probably in that space. You want to meet some big guys? A lot of people give Oprah a flack for the position that she was in, being able to. She was, Oprah was like in the 90s, was like the Toke Makinwa, but they also brought certain types of standard to that profession, right? Now, they had some other rhetorics that people don't agree with, but in general, you're supposed to be, you have to move a certain type of way as a lady. And if you didn't, you probably weren't really attracted to something like Oprah's show. You probably were watching Jerry Springer instead of Oprah. Well, anyway, RIP to Jerry Springer. That's all I have for today because I don't see anybody in the studio. Okay, but I don't mind. I've got a lot of work that I'm doing, as you can imagine. What's tomorrow? Oh yeah, let's before I leave, thank God I didn't forget. Tomorrow, please be here and support Auntie B. Okay, I want you to be here and support my sister Auntie B. She'll be here with me hanging out tomorrow. Okay, and let me show you some of the lineups. We do have potentially two more shows. I think I might schedule that tonight. You will see it on the platform tonight. So it's going to be a show that's going to be big right after the show. All right, so be on the lookout for that. But basically, this is what we have. We have a good lineup. We've covered some of this already. We do have RTB tomorrow. Yes, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, New York time, London time 10 p.m. I think Nigeria time they said it's 11 p.m. in Nigeria. So please come and hang out with us and to be tomorrow. And also I have Shion here. We'll be talking about sex and intimacy on Saturday. Okay, on Sunday evening we have a special show. All right, we have a special show. We're gonna have some fun on Sunday evening, so I might schedule that before the end of the night. Okay, and don't forget on December 30 we're launching the book. Actually, here we're having what we call the Praise Winter Party. I've done it for years, but I haven't done it in a couple of years. But this book brought the event back. So I actually used to do Praise Winter Party every year. It's just some of my friend musicians will come together and we jam, praise and worship style, okay, for hours. Okay, so but this one we're going to do the ceremony, launch the book, and then we'll get back to that. Okay, so we start with that, we end with that. So it's going to be a lot of fun. If you're in the New York tri-state area, make sure you come through. I will share the flyer on the next show. Okay, I'll share that flyer on the next show. All right, let me see. I think there was something else I was trying to mention here. Let's see. Not to say Oprah and Toke abego. It's like saying 2023 and 1993. Abego. I agree with you now, not to. That's what I was saying now. It's two different words, right? But here we are. We're talking about it, but at least we can. Some of us are still talking about it, right? So yes, that's it. Tomorrow, 5 p.m. Don't miss it for anything. Be here. You know how to be attract. She's probably going to promote it, so it's going to be a lot more people, and you know, the more the merrier. Why not? You know. So, but tomorrow she'll be talking about I think the 5 signs to that you know a relationship might end up in DV in the future. You know, something you should pay attention to. You know. But yes, what time is it? 7:02. Right on time. Hopefully you've been enlightened and educated. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Beautiful girl, sparkling anything. I find it beautiful girl. It's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.